Well, I hope everybody likes the sound of fans in the background. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to 2 Hour Trek Challenge. It's very warm. So we'll see how today goes. I've got like 3 fans blowing on me. And Lord, it is a warm out. And I have a bit of a headache, probably due to the heat. So the challenge today, seeing as every day this week is a palindrome, today is 71217. There is a challenge on here on the composition quest log level 4. Andrea Sansone. Welcome to the studio. I don't know if that is an old one or a new one. It might be an old one. Let's see. Ah, shit. Okay, so hey, Sanamasher. So what happens is it seems like every Sunday YouTube like pushes a bunch of subscription updates, and now we have to listen to all of them at the same time. So I'm not going to be playing 12 piano pieces. Actually, let me just turn that off. Does that actually work? I think that actually fixed it. Okay. So the challenge is called Taco Cat. Write a palindrome melody and create a song around it. A palindrome is spelled the same backwards and forwards, like race car or taco cat. This was actually one of the suggestions that I gave Dan from the Video Game Music Academy, and I am terrified to do it. But it should be good. I think it'll be fine, especially if you keep the melody simple, and I think that's the key ingredient here. You want to keep the melody simple. So even if it's just like ascending and descending the scale, if you create some interesting chords and stuff around it, I think that'll be fine. Let me just... Just checking my levels a little bit here. Because I always feel like they're off. Because with my voice, it's right there. With the piano... Yeah, good enough. So I guess it is close enough to 4 o'clock. I figure, oh, another thing, my Windows is going to beep in a little bit. I'm formatting a drive right now. I started this like an hour ago. I thought it would be done by now, but it's not. So that's going to boop at me and like, oh, you didn't see that. Hey, M9M, how you doing? M&M, I remember. Got more contact libraries. Yeah, man. So today's challenge is to be creating a palindromic melody, which I don't know if that's a word or not, palindromic. a palindrome melody. I figured today it'll be easier if we just go simple. Yeah, so something I'm gonna make the first half, and then I'm all right. It's very hot, and I have a bit of a headache, but that's never stopped me before, really. So I'm gonna give it my best shot. And as always, if anybody has questions about whatever's happening, just feel free to interject. I am more than happy to chat with people. Let me check on something super fast, though. I want to make sure that YouTube is actually coming through. Okay, good. Sometimes YouTube chat does not come through, and that sucks. So, okay. So the nice thing about doing a palindrome melody is the chords don't have to be the part of the palindrome either. So you can be like... So you can mess around with the chords a little bit, but I'm just trying to think of the best way to handle this. I'm not gonna make the automation palindrome. I'm just gonna do the notes start and end. I think that'll be good enough. Hi River, how are you doing? I actually do kind of like that. It's simple. A palindrome is something that can be read forwards or backwards, and it looks the same. Like the word race car is a palindrome because it's RACECAR, and if you spell race car backwards, it's RACECAR. Same with taco cat. So the goal is to create a melody that's palindrome. So if regardless of whether you play it forwards or backwards, it sounds the same. So basically the rhythm and the notes, if it's reversed, it sounds the same. I'm going to turn up my volume a little. And doing these little flourishes are actually really difficult because then you have to do it again. Yeah, something like that. It's not a new concept. There are actually entire symphonic pieces that have been created like back in the 1800s, I think, that were like pure palindromes, and they sound really cool, but I'm at a bit of a loss as to how to take care of this. I figure I'm just gonna have to start doing stuff and then see how it goes from there. So I'm gonna actually import another piano here just so I have. This one is for if people subscribe, then I can play them a little ditty. So... Oh, that sucks, River. Sorry to hear that. So this is not going to be the palindrome. I'm just. Okay. Okay, so this is like 6. Let's just make it 69 beats per minute. Da, 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 da. Oh, hey, that's an actual follow and not YouTube spam. I owe you a little bit of a piano. Just a second, buddy. MIDI input in Ableton is pretty good. Overall, I feel like it's not as robust as Ableton is, which is unfortunate because, or not Ableton, FL Studio. Okay. So, thank you so much for the follow, man. Welcome to the studio. I owe you a little bit of piano. Okay. Several DAWs. FL Studio, I feel, has the best work, or not the best work, but the best MIDI input, or MIDI handling, I guess is a better way of putting it, because they handle you can have multiple pitch bends and stuff on the same track, which is awesome. Okay, so if I wanted to turn this into a palindrome, I think I can duplicate it, and then I can just flip this, yeah. And make sure it's the same length. Yeah. So now... See, the problem with this is you have to kind of think forwards and backwards on this. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I like the end points of these. I don't know if I'm gonna. Well, let's just see what this sounds like. I'm definitely going to change this away from a piano. This is too happy and stuff for me, but... So this would be like the halfway point here, and then it would be beat, beat. That's actually not too bad. But this is a full bar, so this would have to be like right here. And then I have to like think of this backwards now. Yeah, so it'd be like this. This is a palindrome right here. Bring that out. So this is like the halfway point is right here. Then we have a full beat, half beat, and then we end on that. Okay, so piano sounds boring, so let's turn this into an actual song. We might actually have something here. Ooh, sorry. So I apologize if I'm a little slow today. Like I mentioned earlier, it's very warm where I am, and my brain is slowly boiling away in these headphones. So we'll see how things go. Actually, let's... I kind of like that sound. Yeah, Doodle Dude. You're probably right. It's like, let's see, mental math. I think it's 34C, because it's like 93 degrees to C. 33C. So yeah, it's not like crazy, but it's enough to drive me a little nuts. Yeah. Oh, that sounds delicious. I've been taking LaCroix or LaCroix if you wanted to be fancy, and putting orange juice in it, and it is delicious. So that's been my treat. Is that right? Yeah, because the beat starts. Yep, format complete. Thanks. Go away. Um, the beat starts here, and then it's beat beat, and then that ends on an off. Okay, I just want to make sure I had this right. Is anything right? Nope, everything's broken. Everything's broken. I don't know why I repeated myself there. Oh man, that's scary. Like forest fires and stuff like that. There's like literally nothing you can do except hope that it doesn't hit you. Like, yeah. See, I can't do that. I can't do this because then it's not a palindrome. Well, I can do this, but it's not a good palindrome. I want things to be off beat. Okay, so that kind of works. This is starting to turn into like some kind of taiko vibe here. I'm gonna try to roll with that and see what happens. Since we're going with that, let's saturate this just a touch. And we're gonna put in a global reverb. What I would like to do is I would like to get like, yeah. Technically, if you wanted to get super technical, it's not a palindrome because this is very long. It should be like right here. And I mean that's not bad, but I like stretching this out longer. So I'm gonna fudge the rules, because I always fudge the rules on these because they're just guidelines. They're not like, if you don't do this you lose, and it's like, well, you're not really competing, so whatever. So what I would like to do is I'd like to get 3 or 4 different little palindrome melodies that I can kind of sprinkle on top of this. I actually really like this bass line that we set up here. So I hope everybody else is doing well today. I'm dealing. We took our kitty in for a checkup today, and she's doing very well, which is good. But it's always a struggle. Okay, so let's see if we can mess with these chords a little bit. have here? Ah, right. So we have... Yeah, okay. Ah! Thank you so much for the host. M. Follett is hosting a studio with 1 viewer. I appreciate that very much. Even if it's 1 viewer, I don't care. I still appreciate it. So this last chord I wanted to... That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to make it kind of like a 7th chord or something, but... I'm so mad. I'm so mad that you followed and tried to support my stream. It's just not fair. No, dude, I don't care. Hey, kitty, leave him alone. So our kitten enjoys harassing everybody, especially the cats that really don't want to be harassed. Stop it! Okay. That's so boring, though. It needs to end on... Not that. Not that either. You're okay, buddy. He's just a dumb kitten. You need to leave him alone. Okay? You're so calm all day, and now right now is when you have to spaz out. Okay, so this bass line is good, but it's not great. I also kind of like the idea of staggering it just a little bit. Not that much. Honestly, it sounds pretty cool so far. It's definitely more in the chill zone, which honestly, anything chill right now is welcome. Oh man. Okay. Let's work on maybe getting a simple like drum loop. Let's see if we have any good drum loops that we can kind of extract from. So, does anybody have any thoughts of a name for this? It's a little early on, but these are all too heavy. Chill out drums probably won't work. Lollet, that's very apt. Floaty thing. Yeah, the nice thing is that I can change the chord progression around, so I'm gonna try to mess with that a little bit, but yeah, it's like this is not gonna work, but I'm kind of curious. It actually might work if we EQ the heck out of it. I'm sorry, H*CK. This feels like it needs more swing, though. More swang. You read my mind, Lollet. Season 4, Episode 2. Well, you got that right. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to actually bring up the EQ a little bit so I can hear. No, that's not what I want. I do want 16th notes. It's just... I don't know how people work with, like, super aggressive swings. Oh. Mirror Talks. That's kind of neat. I kind of like that. Okay, so that's good. But that's just kind of the structure for the drums. I want to create my own drum rack to kind of to handle most of that stuff. And I think that considering the nature of this song, I think it would be a cool thing to have the basement noise pack that I made a long time ago. So I'm just going to grab a bunch of stuff here, and then we can work on kind of putting it together. Actually, I kind of like that. The hammering sound is a little tonal, but that should be okay. Especially if we just put a bunch of reverb and stuff on it. I think that'll turn out pretty cool. Are you going to crash on me, or are you going to load the reverb? There we go. I guess I shouldn't threaten Ableton if it's struggling to process something. Okay. Oh, I got to put the swing on here too. I can't forget that. Hey, Zelgrith. The theme today is to create a melody that is a palindrome, and we did that already for now. I might work on it more, but yeah, it's going pretty well so far, which is good because I am overheating like bananas. It's nice to have 2 fans blowing on me. It gets a break when I do, which is never. So one thing that's really great to do is staggering your snaps or your claps like this. It creates a better sense of water cooling. Yeah, man. I do got my jug, so I can go into that. But it was not in the fridge long enough for it to be particularly cold. Okay, so with this metal toss, I'm thinking that I can cut out the catch part. Oh, right. Let's actually edit the correct thing. Ben, you Dumbo. There we go. Kinda Zelgrith. I'm only really focusing on the melody being a palindrome. I'm not going to worry about... Although, technically, I guess this would kind of be a palindrome, too. But I think my brain would literally melt if I tried to make the entire song like a palindrome or everything else. So I'm focusing on the melody being a palindrome, and then I can kind of work off of that in various ways. Because otherwise, I think I would combust. Okay, so that's just too loud. It's a little too quiet. You spy, yeah? Are you talking to me or are you talking to somebody else? Thank you. Glad you like it so far. Oh yeah, Lala, that's not a bad idea. To be honest, I kind of like it where it is pitch-wise. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Oh, stretch instead of resample. Yeah, I was intending to go back to these and making them various velocities so they weren't so so in your face. But yes, they are. That's a little better. So you're talking about, oh, doing a repitch or stretch? Honestly, that sounds kind of cool if you do that, like, for this last bit. Like, just go like this. Oh, butts. Come on, where are you? There we go. Get kind of a... That's pretty sweet. I like that. This is just like some kind of chill stuff, and I'm cool with that. So another thing I have to do is I have to like variate. I am making up words today, and I apologize. I am apologize. Hey Deacon, how you doing, man? Good to see you again. So I'm thinking like with this, I can kind of, yeah. So I can use this to accentuate the swing, which is something that I like to do in these. I don't want to get new teeth. Yeah. Discord, if you're... No, you're in a Discord. What are you talking about? Aren't you? Didn't you follow me from the Ungaku Concept Discord? Okay, so let's work on making this a little bit more variated, like I said before. Oh, cool. So, like I said, I want to make these a lot more interesting. So I'm gonna vary them up a little bit. And since I changed the snare position here, I have to change it here too. Okay, so this is still... Well, it shouldn't be at -2. It should start at 0, I thought. I must have jiggled it around. Dat chord. Ooh. That's better. Oh, I'm so warm. Okay, so this last one here I do want to make a little different, but I'm going to try to keep it a palindrome. So... Oh, okay, duh. It's like, what is happening? So it starts on C, and then it goes to F, which... this time we don't want to resolve to a deceptive or to a 6 chord. We want to go back to 1 because that's kind of like the resolution of this whole pattern. So, but yeah, you're right, Lolly. It does sound like. You okay, buddy? You just yawning? Yeah. It does sound just like an exploration in. If it's a laid back life. Ooh. I like the idea of like talking to mirrors because we're working with palindromes, but I kind of like laid back life too. See, like this is starting to mess with all of the stuff. No, man, I like it. Kind of adventure timey. I can get behind that. Let's not get magnets on my piano. That would be nice. There we go. Let's try that pattern. What if the title was a palindrome? Hey, I'm down with that too. If you guys want to scour the internet for palindromes, sorry if things sound weird right now. I'm messing with sure about the second going up faster like that. The second bar going up faster like that. Yeah. I was trying to like reflect the second passage here, but I kind of is okay. A whole lot everything makes more sense with that song now, Code. I used to listen to that song as a kid and I'm like, what the hell is he singing? And I never really thought to look at the lyrics and see that I'm assuming each phrase is a palindrome. Son of a bitch. My whole life has been a lie. Yeah, that sounds better. Code Artistic Ninja, you have changed my life today. Chiller spot. Yeah. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of cool things. I feel like such a dummy that I never like made that connection. It's like there's so much gibberish in that song, and it's just like, well, that's just Weird Al being Weird Al, but it's like usually he has some intention to his weirdness. Hey, Moody Baby Dooma Yarn. Oh boy. We're gonna get some palindrome suggestions now, aren't we? Like chow chow. So they're like homophones? Is that what homophone? Is that what it's called? What if I had hi-fi? That actually fits pretty well. I have heard if I had hi-fi before. Yeah. Take care, M9M. Lonely Tylenol. I kind of like if I had hi-fi. That's actually pretty good because then I can like dump some vinyl distortion on this, and just like a touch of redux. Thanks, man. I appreciate you swinging by. It's been fun. Well, the zoo wouldn't be super sanitary if there was a oozy rat in it. Also, oozy rat is the grossest image I've heard of today, so I guess you win another award. So the problem with Redux is that it gives you all those like high-pitched grossness things, and as much as I don't want to just like straight up EQ the main bus. Listening to Bob. Good luck. It'll make a lot more sense to you now, probably. Sense of key modulation. I'm gonna name this If I Had Hi-Fi, though. I really like that. Jeez. Before I forget. Okay. Which is why I added the record fuzzies. Okay, I kind of want to add a little bit more rain. Road noises might work too, but they have to be like the right road noises. They have to be like far away. Yeah, this works. Just like, yeah, this song is not going to be 7 minutes long, so I can just go like that, and we'll work with it from there. Title, call it immersive titles. So the next thing I'm thinking is, like, we can work with this a little bit here. I like having this here. And, man, my brain is fried. Okay. Copy, paste. And then just straight up move this over. And those can stay where they are. And since this is a sine wave, we're not going to get a really good like fade in with this, but I'm going to Try to do something here. Just to a little right now I have it on a an auto pan, so it kind of goes left and right on its own. But if yeah. Turning off the legato so it always has to pitch bend into it, I think that works really well as well, because one of the big things you want to do with these palindrome songs is you want to obfuscate the mirroredness, I feel, where you still want to make it sound unique, and when you're doing these pitch bends and stuff. See the pitch bend it up to the desired note. Yeah, and like there's definitely a lot more layers that I want to add. I want it to kind of like establish things. Then I'll probably have another loop of this here, like a B section that'll last 6 bars. That'll have like something completely different here, and then we'll revisit the main melody. I mean, this is just blocking stuff out in very rough detail, but this is kind of the arc that most of the songs I do during the 2-hour track challenge takes, where it's kind of an introduction, an establish of the melody, like a repeat with something different, then we switch to a B section for a little bit, then we go back to the A section, and then we kind of either just fade it out or we plop in an ending. I kind of like that, or I can fade it out on this like harsh distortion for the record. It's just really flipping loud. Well, it's not necessarily a particular idea. It's just kind of the standard structure I have for these. Yeah, no, I hear you. Man, that's still really loud. How much do I compress this? I compress the bejesus out of it. There we go. I could have just changed the compression, I guess. That'd be smarter. And then just go like this. Yeah, and like arrangement is like I have a pretty standard formula for arrangement when it comes to the 2-hour track challenges, and honestly it's really hard to break away from that when I'm doing a non 2-hour track challenge song. I'm like, oh well, you know, that's usually what I do. I might as well just keep doing it. I know it works, and that's not always the best way to handle things. Now here's the challenge. Can I put another palindrome melody here? So how about we do this? Let's see if we can do this. Let's try... So what I want to do is I want to put a 4-bar melody that's a palindrome over the 2-bar melody that are like 2 different palindromes. We'll see if we can do this. I kind of want to do like an organic instrument here, and I have this penny whistle that I get so stuck on, and it's just such a dumb little instrument, but I love it so much. Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but... The whistle might not be the right choice for this. It's a little too screechy. And I keep playing in the minor key, which is not what I want to do. Okay, so... I think we can get away with this as a palindrome. We'll see. So we can paste and then flip. Yeah. Jank Hambrams. Dorian. Lollet, that's another good point. Like we could go into this little B section break here with a lot of like little interesting palindromic stabs. If you put those 2 parts together, it looks like a little guy. You go like this. I don't know what you're talking about. So I don't think that the flute is the right choice here, but I'm gonna stick with it for another minute or two just to see if I can coax it into something a little bit more interesting. And I think adding like the reverb and some of that stuff will help too. Yeah, I mean, that turned out pretty decent. So I'm gonna mess with this a little bit more, because I think that it can be better. Adding a little bit more melodic stuff to this will be better, and I honestly don't think that the flute is the right choice for this, so I'm gonna scrap that. What would be the right choice though? Maybe an actual flute instead of this dumb penny whistle. That works better. Oh, oboes. Oboe. Yeah, that's not how you spell oboe, but... French oboe. Get out of here, penny whistle. You're done. Sustain. Jesus. You don't have to honk it. Yeah, I don't want a synth playing an oboe. There, that's what I wanted. I like this because I can control the level and the velocity and stuff, so... Wondering if I can also do a couple more little offbeat things. And I don't have to do this for both patterns. I just wanted to see if I I kind of disagree, but I don't know yet, to be perfectly honest. And it might not even be a woodwind at all. I think that maybe a woodwind is the right choice, but... that one's not working for me. Yeah, I'll try a different instrument. Let's see. Woodwind. Let's just try a whole woodwind section. That's not a whole woodwind section. Tubular bells. Yeah, that might be it. It's mostly out of the range. Had to try, though. Ooh, a bassoon might be nice. Oh, yeah. I love bassoons. Oh yeah, I didn't fix that. Good catch. You're helping me so much today, guys. It's awesome. Although I do want a little bit of a gap, just not as big as it was before. Cool. This is super chill. I like it. So I'm trying to figure out some basic stuff to go into this section. Kind of want a little bit of a breakdown, just kind of get away from the other things. Maybe a ride cymbal would help, just to help. Jazzy drum line. What do you mean by jazzy drum line? Is there something specific you have in mind, or? Yeah, I don't like that. Drum kits. Salamander drum kits. I think these rides are pretty good. Yeah, that's way better. It's like one you could do with that. I really want this to be in the background. Come on, Ableton. Loop. There we go. That's a start. Another thing you can do with these snaps is you can actually spread them out in the... Oh, take care, Beacon. Or Beacon. Deacon! Thank you so much for swinging by. It's good to see you again, man. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. This one's been pretty fun so far. The other thing I can do is I can introduce like a drum machine, and I think that that might be kind of cool too. I love bringing in like an 808, like a super classic 808 set, and seeing if I can integrate that in any particular way. So let's just go and get like a super like bassy. And like have it like really kind of rigid and see how that goes. It's a lot of... Oh, that's because of... Okay, that's my bad. Let's create another drum rack without all these trappings of... There we go. Much drier. I honestly think that this swing needs to get amped up just a little bit more. Let's try like 62. Or not 62, like 65. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted logic. 16, swing, 65. I really just want like the hiss noise from that ride. I don't really want any of the other stuff from it. Because if you compare it, it just adds like another layer of high-pitched noise. And yes, it does influence the rhythm a little bit, but that's not really the main goal of that instrument. I just wanted to add, excuse me, that extra little layer. Cool. Okay, so now what can we do? C major, nothing fancy. I figured I'd keep it fairly simple with the scale because there's enough variables going on right now. I don't want to overwhelm myself and have nothing happen. So it's a little simple, but that's okay. So I also kind of like, I mean, I could go like this to kind of put the point home where even the structure of the song is a bit of a palindrome. I guess that's kind of poetic, isn't it? So now the structure of the song is also palindrome. There's a 2-bar noise, then what is like 8-bar, 16 bars loop, then 6 bars in the middle here, or 12 bars, and then 16, and then 2. There. Of course, this would have to go away, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Just the structure. But we've got... oh my god. I'm going to take my headphones off for a minute. Oh. We've got 45 minutes left, which is great. And we can kind of work on this middle section here. And I like the idea of adding... headphones, why? I like the idea of adding just like some little quips or something in the middle here and have something a little bit more atmospheric. So let's add some atmosphere. Yep. I don't want to make it too crazy. It would also be cool if we modulated to like a different key. I guess that would be nice. What would be like the mirror key of C? I mean, that's kind of a question. I mean, we could just go to the dominant. The dominant might work for that. That's kind of fun sounding. Ugh. Yeah, I forgot Massive's reverb does not do well on small or short sounds. So I'm using what would be the next one? Something like that, whatever. Yeah, we can mess with that maybe. Then I can work on turning it into a palindrome. And, sure, pizza. What do you got in mind? Major scale upside down. So it would be wait a minute. Okay, so it would be, let's see. Half, whole, whole. I do like that. That is pretty silly. Yeah, let's try it. Why not? It makes it way more mysterious, though. I think we can make this work. I think we can, because we still have to root it with C. And even though I'm not using C specifically right now, we still have to root it with C, at least at the beginning, so there's like there isn't such a huge jump. But I think we can make this work, and I'm kind of curious to see if we can. So I guess this is palindrome. Kinda. I mean, the notes are palindromic, which is good enough for me at the moment. Like I already fulfilled the obligations of this challenge by making the first part melody a palindrome. So I want to see. It would be here. Cool. We'll mess with that more later. So we need to find a chord that kind of fits between both of these, and that's difficult because there isn't a whole lot there. There's like C minor. So I'm gonna create a pad sound, and we can massage it. Yeah, that would do it too. Oh, jeebus. Let's get this a little lined up here, and I want the pads to come in a little bit softer. That could actually kind of work. So let's do this the smart way, and like actually lead into that. Okay, so what's this chord? Let's just copy this down, because I'm going to be I'm introducing like a bunch of new stuff at the same time, and I need to not do that, basically. Let's try a high pass. It might be better with a band pass. I don't like this instrument. That's basically how that goes. It's too floppy. Hey Dark, how you doing, man? Double A. Actually, kind of hard cutting to it kind of works too. I don't know. How you guys, Dark and Double A, how you guys doing today? Hopefully you're having a good day. I'm very warm. That's about how it goes for me right now. Wrong chord. Super productive. That's awesome, man. Are you going to be at playtest on the 20th? Because I want to see what you've been working on. You think Costco pizza? Oh, I'm so jealous. I love Costco pizza. It's the worst. That's good, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Okay, so this is good, but it's also super boring when it comes to sound design. So I need to fix that up. But at least we've got some kind of Dark, the prompt is to create melodies that are palindromes. So you'll see that I have all of these little quips that are palindromes. Dave Smith Instruments OB6 on it. I do not have that. So yeah, I'm making all these little palindrome melodies that I'm writing over. I have like a 4-bar one right here. It's pretty cool. It's been a fun challenge so far. Oh, okay. Well, AA Batter, if you subscribe to my Patreon, I'll be able to fund expensive purchases like that. AA Battery, this one actually came from the Composition Quest Log, level 4. This is one that I haven't really got to yet. But the Taco Cat one, which is what it's called, it's called Taco Cat. Write a palindrome melody and create a song around it. A palindrome is spelled the same backwards and forwards, like race car or Taco Cat. This is actually the one that I submitted to the Video Game Music Academy. I submitted that one, and I actually gave him like 12 submissions, and I think he used 3 of them on here. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, man. Like, I don't expect anybody to fund my Patreon. It's just, that was more of a quip than anything else. I know everybody's trying to fund their own life. There we go. Yes, VGMA, Video Game Music Academy. It's just videogamemusicacademy.com. There's four sheets. I've completed the first 3, and I'm working on the 4th one now. Yeah, it's a pretty good community overall. No, you can't. Yeah, tell me about it. I don't like that last one, because it's on that G. Oh, it's the G down here. It gets too clustered down there. Final minutes? You scared the hell out of me, man. It's 33 minutes left. I still got a quarter of this thing left. But thank you, Dark. Yeah, if I'd buy anything, I'd buy like an OP1. Yeah. Oh yeah, we go back to that. We're gonna have to lead back into that because that's okay. So what I wanted is that like the resonant sweep sound is what I wanted to accentuate there, and I think I finally got it. Okay, so this last one, I'm going to have to mess with this a little bit more. So there's that, and then I want it to lead this back into... And then we gotta... Oh, come on. On a Moog? Yeah, I wish. I'm using an MPK. Let me go full screen. Full face cam. I'm using an MPK 249, which is something that I love very much. I've used MPK products for quite a while now, and I have been pleased with them. Yeah, I used to have an MPK Mini, which is like it's a 2-octave keyboard, which works really well as well. 261s. The keys feel actually surprisingly well for them not being... They're not particularly... I don't think they're weighted. They're spring. Yeah, they're not weighted. They have springs in them, but they work really well. I really like it. I mean, it's not like the pinnacle of piano expression or any kind of crap like that, but it works really well. It's a powerhouse, and it seems very sturdy. Like that MPK Mini that I have, like I beat the crap out of that. I brought that to MagFest, I think, and it was in my backpack for 3 days, all over the convention center. It worked like a champ. It's awesome. Yeah, yeah. Their pads are very nice too. Yeah. Yeah, spongy keys are the worst. Okay, so this doesn't really work as palindromes, but I don't really care. It could work as a palindrome. I just got to go like this. Oh, come on. On that a little bit. It's too high pitched. Okay, so the other thing I want to do is have like a little kind of blip motif right here. I think that this should be a square wave because square waves are just as cool as sawtooth waves. You can't tell me otherwise. Okay, so this would be like this. This might not sound great right off the bat. Yeah, it is. As much as I like that. Get rid of the unison. You're super biased on that. I know you. I know that giant analog synth you have behind your camera. Pizza. No, pizza doesn't. It's Liz. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm getting my people. It's very warm in this room. I apologize. All you do, Pizza, is you take all your audio cables and you just jam them into whatever holes you find, and then you have a music. That's basically how audio synths work. My understanding of it, anyway. Oh yeah, modular. Listen, it's very warm in here. You gotta cut me some slack, okay? I've had a day. I don't know if I like this so much. It's just too weird. Yeah, Liz has the Euro rack. But it needs like some counterpoint right here. Yeah, and like my plan is I'm thinking about getting a little. My wife has the studio space on the other half of this room, and she's thinking about moving some of that stuff out, and then I'll have space to expand over there and actually start collecting some analog gear. And I would love to do some analog jam sessions. I did a couple weeks ago with my buddy Eric. I actually went to his place and set up some audio gear, and we did like an 1.5-hour jam session that we streamed. And I don't think anybody really showed up, but that's okay. It was a lot of fun, and I want to do more of that, and I'd like to have space to do it here, so if I ever wanted to just do a random jam session, I could just turn on the camera. Yeah, the Pocket Operator. Oh, thank you, man. There's actually 3 of those on YouTube. I just posted the more recent one. I did double A. Let me find the link for that real quick. Just a second. I'm trying to think of what I need to do over here anyway, so it's good to have a little bit of a break. Yeah. So this is the recording from me and Eric's jam session. It's all over the place. Some of it's pretty good, some of it's not pretty good. But that's what you get for live recording. That's all improvised. Like, there's some pretty cool ideas in it though that he recorded it all, and I want to get back to it at some point. You know what? Honestly, I think I can probably just grab this piano and just play a couple notes. You okay, kitty? Hi. Yeah. Hold up just a second. Okay. I just want to make sure he's okay. Yeah. My Eric has a bunch of Volcas, and I have the Pocket Operators, and I had my laptop with the MPK Mini connected to it, so I was able to set up a couple loops on there, and it was actually super fun. I wanna do it again sometime. Okay, so that's the general pattern there that I want to do. Oh, wife's home. So I need to reverse this. There we go. And end right here. Yeah, I kind of like that. Hey, sweetie.
What a day.
Yeah, right? I'm sure we have lots to talk about in 19 minutes and 2 seconds. Yeah, double A. It was a fun stream. That let's just go like that and copy it from there. That makes more sense. And then one more loop. we're going to have to have a little bit more of a transition there, but honestly, I don't think it'll be that hard. I can always do the transition that I usually do is just easiest thing in the world. Yep. It works every time. Might have to do some high pass on this one, though. So many fans running in this room. Maybe 80% of the time it works every time. Oh, sweet Lolly. I think we're basically done. Too high up. Just go like this. Blorp. Cool. Oh, right. That's why I had this muted. See, look at that. We got all this whole thing from this little thing right here. That's pretty cool, right? I mean, it's not like anything technically complex, but that's okay. Considering the nature of the challenge, I'm pretty proud of it anyway. Phasers. A little automation here. I actually have a little time to work on automation and stuff, which is nice. It needs a little bit more of a lead-in, I think, which can be done right here with that... Yeah, yeah, it turned out super cool. I feel like it just needs a little bit more of a push into that second part. So I'm gonna see if I can help facilitate that a little bit. Oh, I lost where I was. There we go. I'm gonna cut that one a little short. I want to make sure that the transition works okay. That's like way better. Let me try to do another one of these. It's like sometimes works. Oh, that's way better. Honestly. Hi. Yep, he's a very cute kitty.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't care. You can come talk if you want. I'm thinking about putting in some wave sounds. I did this before in one of the songs, and it turned out super cool, where you use like a very small chunk of like water as a clean. I think I have a clean recording here. Yeah. So I can take this. No. She swings by once in a while, but for the most part, she just stays by the sides and says hello once from the sidelines. Actually, let's just go like this. It's like a nice little addition. We can get rid of the road noise. Yup. We can like fade out the road noise and we can have water noise. Why not? Get out of here, road noise. Nobody likes you anyway. Stupid cars. Which part, Lolliot? Gotta tickle them brains. You know what I mean? Nah, mean? I have actually a lot of really nice recordings that I took of Lake Superior, and I really love them. I use them all the time. Holy cow, that sounds like garbage. Something... It probably sounds bad because of this Yeah, I might get rid of this Redux. As much as I like it, I feel like it detriments. That's better. Just like a slight touch. You don't need a lot. I'm getting better at understanding how it goes. That one's not right. I missed a couple notes there. Yeah, classic Sega lead. There we go. That's better. Kind of looks like a monster from Space Invaders. These do need the swing on them, though. As much as I added the swing, I feel like it's more important that it's... Well, it doesn't have to be perfectly in line with anything, so... Ooh, that turned out really good. Cool. Okay, I think we're done here. So I'm just going to run through the whole thing. Lost my brain there for a second. You can't have swing without jazz, man. I'm going to turn up the volume to... Cool. Cool. I think we're done here. So yeah, this has been a pretty fun stream. I'm gonna stick around for another couple minutes just to export this and hang out and chat with all you fine people that were kind enough to both stick around and also offer so much good advice. So much good advice. Especially for a challenge like this, which was admittedly very difficult. But considering the constraints that we had and what we were working with, I think this turned out super cool. It has a vibe that I really have never made before when it comes to like style and genre. And I'm actually really pleased with how this turned out. So what I'm doing now is I'm exporting it. I export it normally and I export it as a loop because one of the Patreon tiers actually gets a seamless loopable version of this for their podcasts and video games and whatever else they deem it fit for, which I think the loop point would be right here. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's not perfect, but there's a lot of repetition in this one anyway, so. But for like a background loop or something else, that's all you need. And yeah. It's been a pretty good stream today. I was a little worried when I came into this one. Just because, you know, all of the stuff, all of the challenge that went into this one. This one was a difficult one, but I think we kind of came out on top, and we made a really cool song because of it. And yeah, I'm pleased with this. So, excuse me. So, yeah, I think I am going to bounce out now. I know I've missed the last couple Saturday streams, and I feel bad about that. I'm going to try to get back on the horse this week and get back into it because there's a lot that I want to do. I want to finish up the color jumper level design, small amount of music. Where do I start getting into electronic music? Okay. Rack Attack, what kind of electronic music do you want to do? Do you want to do chiller stuff like this, or did you want to do like EDM? Okay, it does loop fine. Because there's kind of a lot of different avenues where you can start, but it really kind of depends on where you want to go, like direction-wise. So there's a couple places I would recommend if you want to learn music theory, and I've talked about this before. If you want to learn music theory, you can go to hooktheory.com, and Hook Theory is great. They have this like ear training. I think they still have it. Yeah, ear training. So it's hooktheory.com/ear-training, and basically every day they come up with they have three new challenges, and like the beginner one, it requires Flash, so that kind of sucks. But the beginner one is pretty simple. You're just like keying out the melody that you hear. Next one, you're keying out the melody and the chords behind it. And honestly, I skipped the advanced. That's way too far for me. But these two, if you do these every day until you get 100% every day, you will gain a lot of knowledge. It took me like 3 months to get really familiar with it, but once I got it, I got it. And being able to recognize these 4 chords, a 1, a 5, and a 4 chord, being able to recognize those 3 chords, that can get you a very long way. If you wanted to learn electronic music like sound design, I would highly recommend Syntorial, Syntoril. This basically gives you a synth. You're buying a synthesizer, and the lessons explain it literally one knob at a time, and you actually learn a ton of sound design from it. They have a free trial version. The free trial version is actually really extensive. You can get very far in it, and I highly recommend checking this out if you want to do more electronic music and you want to learn like what a saw wave sounds like, or what a square wave sound like, or what a chorus sounds like, or how to add like basic attack ADSR, attack, release, sustain and decay. ADSR. If you wanted to learn workflow when it comes to like electronic music, stick around. No, I actually do talk about this kind of stuff a lot. And if you want to learn a specific workflow in Ableton, I'm more than happy to sit down and chat with you about that. Otherwise, if you're using something like FL Studio, go to Seamless R's YouTube channel. This guy is bonkers. He has a lot of info on FL Studio, basically from scratch. And he also does a lot of talk about sound design with his How to Bass series. And he does like tracks from scratch and stuff like what I do too. This guy is amazing, and I highly recommend you check him out if you want to learn more about electronic music. Aside from that, Coursera. Coursera.org, I think. I shouldn't have closed this. Yeah, it's Coursera.org. I actually learned quite a bit from their music lessons. I think that it's a little different these days. I think not Music Business Foundations. Developing your musicianship from Berkeley actually has a lot of stuff. It talks about basic music theory. I think one of them, I think that most of this is music theory. There's one for electronic music. Maracatech, it really depends on your workflow. I started using FL Studio and I liked it a lot, but then my friend pushed me over into working in Ableton and I liked that more. Like the workflow worked better for me, so it really just depends. Getting started. There was like, they've added so many more. I think music production is what it is now. The art of music production, technology. Like I would just go through Coursera's offerings and see what they have. There's a lot of really great classes on there, both for music theory and understanding the basics of electronic music production. And that's basically that brings it up to where I am now, really. Like after learning all that, then it's just doing it a lot and understanding how all of it works and how all of it fits together. And honestly, the 2-hour track challenge, I mean, this stream has helped me loads in that regard, because it gives me dedicated time to sit down and focus on a project, even if it's a project I've never worked on before. It's let me switch to desktop mode. It's so valuable for me to be able to do this every week, even though every week, literally at like 3 p.m., I start at 4 p.m. my time. At 3 p.m. on Wednesdays, I'm sitting there having a panic attack, being like, what if I screw it up this time? What if something bad happens and I mess it all up? And like, so far, knock on wood, I'd knock on this, but this is hardly wood. So far, I haven't failed a 2-hour track challenge yet. Yeah, AA, that's a very good way of putting it. I haven't failed a 2-hour track challenge yet, but I have definitely made some dud songs. But that's okay. But yeah, so I exported these out to WAV and OGG for the loop and MP3 for the non-loop, and I'll post these up on Patreon. If you're a Patreon subscriber, you can just hop over there and download it and also support my work. I, of course, would appreciate that. But I think that is the end. Oh my god, I'm so warm. That is the end of today's stream. How you stop making duds? Analog synthesizers. Yeah, man. That gets you a long way. Thanks, Loliot. I appreciate that. I'm going to be posting the recording on YouTube if you missed anything. It's just youtube.com/Ben_Burns. I actually post a lot of other stuff on there, too, if you're interested. Otherwise, I will be back on Saturday doing some game development for Color Jumper, hopefully finishing off the last couple levels. And then I can start working on boss fights and other fun stuff like that. So, till next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.